There is something about land as a dear Gen Zs that does to you. It creates what we call discipline. If you had invested in the money market or in the bonds or in bills, it's very easy to get your money back. But when you have land, when you have invested in land, it creates discipline. And by the way, financial discipline, generally, because financial literacy is not taught in our schools, we don't have financial discipline in ourselves. So, ukipata shida, which you will, in this Kenya or in this Africa, you will always find economic problems because our economies are quite shaky. And you start thinking, what do I have? What can I dispose of? What can I think of? And then you think, oh, I have land. Well, it is not very easy to sell land. And therefore, by the time you get a buyer to buy your land, you've already solved your problem. So unasema, it's okay. Wacha ikae hapo. So buying land also gives you something called financial discipline that you're not taught at home, that you're not taught in school, that society doesn't teach you because they don't have it to teach you. Yeah, it's something you have to learn by yourself. And you can't become wealthy without that financial discipline. So I think that about land. And also, Wangari, they say 5 years is too long to become a millionaire. Yet I know in 5 years they'll still be in the same position that they were. What do you think? 5 years is too long to become a millionaire?
5 years, when you are born, the first day, in 5 years, you have not even gone to school. You are in PP1, PP2. And you want, in that period of that, you want to be running, to be doing what? It is not possible. This is a way of moving. 5 years is just a day, 1 day. It's just yesterday we elected the government of the day. And in the year 27, the government is exiting. So when you say 5 years is too long, actually, GNC, I even do not know what to tell you. Unless you want to steal. That is the only way you can make money pesa pa. But if you want good money and for it, 5 years, 8 years is not any time that we can start talking about.
Another person says, shida ni Zakayo anakujia kila kitu.
Zakayo has no problem with you. Leave Zakayo to take what is his, and God will give you what is yours. So don't mind about Zakayo, mind about what you are doing. This era, despite the fact that we have so many issues to nasikia, consider them to be theirs. You as know that you are a child of God. Now you are going to live in this era, only trust in God and have faith in Him. So Zakayo asikulete nini shida, achukue ile yake, ache yako na yako multiply, uendeleze na maisha.
Yes. Also, what I gathered from these comments is that most people do not believe in themselves, and yet they are Christians. You know, I don't even know how you can be a Christian and you believe in poverty, because Deuteronomy 8:18 says, or is it 18:8? One, double check for yourself, is that God has given you the power to get wealth. In other words, it is your right and your destiny to become wealthy. But because you decide to listen to the Zakayos of this world, and you're distracted, and yet your time on this earth is very limited. You know, nobody knows how long they'll be here. So you're supposed to be using your time wisely. Instead, you're listening to the Zakayos and the like. So what I would say is that you have the ability to become wealthy. It's in you, but you have to tap into it by ignoring the voice of society and seeking knowledge and working on yourself, empowering yourself on a regular basis. Kuna mtu aliandika hapa, this is a cultural person, I think. This person says, ukiona mtu anafuata advice ya mwanamke, huyo mtu amepotea kabisa.
GNC.
Na sasa sisi wawili ni wanawake.
Wacha nimwambie na mtu angalie mzuri. Those who hear our language, nitasaka kusema msemo wa our language. Ate kia mundu mukagete kagio kiarara. Kia mũndũ mũkagĩte kagio kĩarara. As your mother, I will tell you something today. When you look at it, it doesn't make a meaning. But if you take it, tomorrow you say, you'll be thanking me. And then we have seen it. When mothers are being buried, you hear sons and daughters saying, because of listening to my mother, is because that's why I have this and that. So whatever we are telling you, one thing it is us who go to the river. So we have a lot of respect for our children. And you realize even when like now the other time when GNC were being killed, in fact there was a day I didn't sleep. I slept crying. They were not my children, but they are my children from other mothers. And I know how painful it is. So I can never lose my child. Even when you look at the industries, all the industries, most conmen are men. Yes, they are women.
Conmen.
Conmen.
They just con women.
Conmen. Mostly they are men. But that does not mean there are no bad women out there. But majority of women, they are excellent. They will advise you lightly. Because I have made mistakes, and I won't like my daughter or my son to make the same mistakes. Women, you have so many words to talk about. We have so many things to talk about. And you can see where women, this time the economy is being controlled by a woman. And you say you cannot listen to a woman. What are you talking about? And the economy of today is being controlled by women. Who are big? Who are judges? They are women. I just wish we can be given an opportunity to run this country, to be a president and me, a woman. I just hope GNC mnaweza kupatia mwanamke hii nchi atuongoze.
I think that was an emotional comes from anyway. But there's a program called Shark Tank, and every business person should go and watch that program because it's a panel of 5 billionaires who listen to people who want to expand their businesses. It's an American sitcom or whatever program, and one billionaire said he's the most toughest, and he says, for money is not emotional. Because you see that comment shows the person is being emotional. Women and men are coming from where? Where does gender come in when it comes to money? Money is a different gender altogether. So do not be emotional about money. Be focused on your goal, and your goal should be to become wealthy because God has ordained you to become wealthy. But for you to become wealthy, you have to make decisions that are contrary to your culture, because our cultures are very limiting, by the way. You have to make decisions contrary to even the schooling system. Okay? So stop being emotional and learn from whomever. Whomever God sends your way, learn and move on.